Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw a Rascal from Clash Royale. Let's get started in the center of our page with the hairline. So I'm going to move over to the left side. We're going to draw a curve that comes down in the middle and then back up on the right. From the ends I want to curve up and then in. Bring that to the same height. Now I'm just going to round this out and just come up towards the top of the head. Just blending this into a curve, going up and then back down on the right side. Let's add a few strands of hair along the top center. From the middle we're going to curve up, then out towards the right, and we'll taper that back down. We're going to do one more going in the opposite direction. Make this one a little bit smaller. Now let's add some texture to the hair. From the center we're going to curve out and then down towards the left. Go back to the center, we're going to go out and down towards the right. Now we're going to add some lines from the bottom of the hairline. Starting on the left, we're just going to curve up and then in. Do the same thing on the right side. We're going to add a few straight lines going down the center. So right in the middle, go up. We'll move over towards the left, draw a shorter line. We'll draw one more on the right side. Now in the center we're going to add the nose. So let's start on the left side, we're going to curve down in the middle, then back up on the right. On the left side we're going to step down, curve around, and pull that up underneath the hairline. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now below the nose we're going to add the mouth. So on the left side we're going to curve down, we're just going to pull that up a little bit higher along the right. Now let's draw on the side of the head. On the left side we're going to step in, draw a straight line coming down, about the same height as the mouth. Do the same thing on the right. We're going to round out the jaw and come down towards the chin. We'll work our way back up towards the right. Let's add in the ears. So we're going to step out, curve down, and then in behind the head on both sides. Now let's add in the large collar. So underneath the left earlobe, we're going to curve around. I'm just going to pull that in, leaving a gap in the middle. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now from the inside, we're going to curve in and then down. Let's connect the bottom with a straight line. Now let's add in the neck. So from the left jaw, we're going to step in, draw a straight line coming down towards the collar. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add in the rope drawstring. So on the left side, we're going to draw two straight lines coming down, side by side. We're going to close off the top with a curve, and then the bottom will draw a straight line. We're going to take that and draw the same thing on the right. Now we're going to add a grommet along the top, so it's a circle tucked in behind the drawstring. Starting on the left, we'll circle around, and then back in. Let's add the knot along the bottom of the drawstring. Starting from the left, we're just going to draw a bracket, and then one on the inside. We'll connect the bottom with a straight line. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now let's add the end of the rope. We're going to take these two lines and just extend it just below the knot and close it off with a straight line. Let's add in a rope texture. So we're going to draw a curve that angles up and over towards the right. We're going to draw that a few times along the top and do the same thing on the right. Now let's add in the bottom edge of the collar. So from this line, we're going to step out, just follow that same curve coming down and in. Now we're just going to aim down towards this point in behind the drawstring. Going in and just closing it off on the inside. We'll do the same thing on the right. Start from the inside. We'll work our way back up and underneath the ear. Now we're going to add two rectangles on the inside for the stitch. From the middle, we're going to step down, draw a straight line, step down, draw that same length line, and we'll close off the ends. I'm going to do that one more time. From the center of the collar, we're going to draw a straight line coming down in behind the stitch. Now at the bottom, we're going to draw an upside down V. From the left side, we're going to curve out and then up towards the shoulder. And leave a little gap between the shoulder and the collar. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to angle up and in behind the collar. Now let's draw on the side of the body. On the left side, I'm going to curve out and then down towards the waist. Do the same thing on the right. Now before I draw in the belt, we want to add in the knot. So in the center here, we're going to draw 2 angled lines. Going down. We're going to round off the top and then the bottom. At the top, we're going to add a small half circle. Now at the bottom of the knot, we're going to curve out and then down. We'll step down, draw that same curve, close off the bottom with a curve. Now we'll add the end of the knot on the right side. Starting up here, we're going to curve over and down. And at the bottom, we'll follow that same curve. And again, we'll close off the ends with a curve. Now let's add in the top of the rope. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve down and then in behind the knot. We'll continue that curve going up towards the right side. At the end of the rope, I'm just going to round this out like a little bracket. And then follow that same curve going in behind the knot. Let's add in a rope texture. Starting on the left, we're just going to curve down and over towards the right. And just continue that pattern all the way across the belt. And then we'll add some more texture to the knot. Starting from the top. And then this bottom part here, we're going to go in the opposite direction. And then along the top here, let's do 1. Let's add 1 small line in the center, coming down towards the knot. And from the bottom of the belt, we're going to draw 2 angled lines coming out and then down. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve, coming down in the middle and back up on the right. We're going to continue this straight line underneath the belt towards the bottom. Now let's add in the bottom of the feet. We're going to leave a gap in the center. On the left side, we're going to round out the heel, coming in and then up. Do the same thing on the right. Now from here, let's draw in the ball of the foot. From here, we're going to come down and back up. Now we're going to draw on the first toe. From this point, we're going to draw a large C. We're going to add 2 more toes on the outside, starting from the top, slightly smaller than the big toe. We'll draw that twice. We'll do the same thing on the right. In between the last 2 toes, the top, we're going to curve up over the big toe and then in. Now from the top, we're going to step out, curve up and out underneath this curve. We're just going to add the bottom edge of the pant. Starting from the top of the foot, we're going to angle up and in. We're going to come down. We're going to draw that zigzag all the way across. Coming down and then back up. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's move over to the right side and draw on this arm. So we're just going to have this arm hanging down. From the top corner of the body, we're going to curve out and then down towards the wrist. Draw a small half circle. Now at the end of the half circle, draw a bracket. Now we're going to add in the fingers. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll come down around the bracket and go up. We'll step down, curve out and up the second finger. Now the third finger to go out and then in behind the collar, leaving a little overlap on the outside. Now on the left side, we're going to have him holding the sword. So we're going to start with the top edge of the arm first. So from the top of the tunic, we'll step down, we're going to curve down and out towards the left. We're going to add in the thumb. From here, we're going to step down, curve over the arm, come down towards the bottom of the thumb, and then we'll pull that up. From this point, I'm just going to hook back the palm of the hand. Now let's stack the fingers in behind the thumb. Starting outside, we're going to draw a half oval, going out and then in. At the bottom of this finger, we're going to go out, pull this around and tuck that in underneath the thumb. We'll do that one more time. Now let's add in the hilt of the sword. So we'll start with a straight line going up just above the thumb. Go straight up along the sides. And we'll close off the top with a straight line. In the center of the hilt, we're going to draw a circle for the bolt. Now let's add in the handle of the sword in behind the fingers. Starting on the left, we're going to come down, and then we'll continue just below the fingers. On the inside, we'll just see a little bit going in behind, and then below the fingers. Connect the bottom with a curve. Now let's draw on the sword. From the top corner, we're going to step in, draw an angle line going up and out towards the left, and then the right. Now these two ends are going to come up towards the center point, but on the left side, we're going to add a notch. Go up, add a V, and then continue up towards the center. And we're going to come down towards the right side. Let's add a little bit of wood texture. On the left side along the bottom, we're going to go up with a short line, and then from the top right, we're going to come down. Now let's draw on the bottom part of the arm, just underneath the finger, in behind the handle. We're going to come down and pull this up in behind the body. And one final detail I want to add is the pouch on the left hip. Starting out here, we're going to curve out, round it out, and pull this up. Now at the top, we're going to do a short angle line going out and curve across in behind the body. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the Rascal from Clash Royale. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.